Hello and welcome to Inside Indiana Business. I'm Gary Dick. Naval Surface Warfare Center Crane Division. It's the third largest naval installation in the world by geographic area. Employs more than 3,700 civilians, 2,000 contractors as well. The largest numbers in more than 2 decades, and hiring continues there. Crane relies on partnerships, especially those with research institutions like IU, Purdue, and Notre Dame, and is raising its profile as an employer of choice with plans to add to hundreds of new high-paying jobs. Pleased to welcome to the show this week Naval Surface Warfare Center Acting Technical Director Dr. Kyle Werner and Corporate Operations Department Director Dr. Angie Lewis with more on hiring efforts and really what's happening down at Crane. And welcome to both of you this week.
Thank you, Gary. It's great to be back with you.
Yeah. Kyle,
Thanks, Gary.
I want to start with you, Kyle, to give us, for those who don't know, Crane is such an economic engine for the state of Indiana, not just southern Indiana. Give us a bit on the size and scope and operations there at Crane.
Sure, I'd be happy to. So, yeah, here at Crane, we're nestled in the southwest portion of the state, about 63,000 acres, almost 100 square miles of property. Which represents a little over 300 buildings that we have active with the employee base that we have of roughly 3,750 civilians and 2,000 contractors. We do a large amount of business annually with about $1.5 billion of annual total obligation authority, and really have 3 distinct mission sets that we support and have become really well known for, that have been the steadfast focus of the command for over the past decade.
We'll talk about a little bit more about that in a moment. But Angie, in terms of the hiring, you know, the pandemic has certainly put a wrinkle in the plans of a lot of operations. At Crane, the hiring has continued in a big way and is expected to continue into next year as well.
Absolutely, that is correct. We at Crane are open for business. We have learned how to operate with a large percentage of our workforce in a virtual type environment. Hiring over the past 3 years has been in excess of 1,500 positions, and our outlook for fiscal year 21 that will begin in October is upwards of 300 additional positions. And really, you know, we've got a very technical workforce focused on science and technology. We are hiring electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, computer scientists. We also hire electronic technicians and a lot of business professionals as well. Yeah,
and you mentioned a highly skilled and technical workforce, 1,100 hires over the last 3 years, and as you said, you're going to be hiring 3 more in the years ahead. Kyle, just to give us an example, hypersonic technology, I think, is one of the real partnership areas with the University of Notre Dame. That's leading to massive investment. Talk about that. Don't have a lot of time remaining, but talk about that and what it will mean.
Yeah, Gary. So that particular area ties directly to our strategic mission set that we have here on base that really is all about supporting the nation's nuclear triad. And in that area, there is an emerging mission of hypersonic technology that's probably familiar to a lot of your viewers. What they may not know is the Navy plays a particularly large role in that area. And here at Crane, we're providing the support for that. And it's involving a variety of different technologies that are critical to allow us to field hypersonic capability. One of those is to be able to test at the speeds that they will see at Mach 8 and Mach 10. So in close partnership with both Purdue University and University of Notre Dame, working to develop advanced test capabilities with wind tunnels. Notre Dame specifically, we awarded a contract earlier this year for a little over $8 million, where they're building a Mach 10 wind tunnel, one of the highest capability wind tunnels across the country. And just know that that has got the potential to drive a lot of additional research investment here in the state of Indiana.
Yeah, big investment to be sure. Angie, employer of choice, that's a real focus there at Crane as you try to not only keep but attract some really elite talent. Talk about that effort to really become an employer of choice.
So, we are out throughout the months of September and October doing national level recruiting at more than 36 sites, 9 university sites within the state of Indiana. And we're hosting a virtual career fair in October on the 22nd. And for all of those skill categories that I mentioned, we have large hiring requirements, and we really try to offer a great culture for employees to come in and to be a part of a highly relevant national team of experts that are delivering preeminent capability for the nation's warfighters.
Well, again, it is a major economic engine, not only for Southern Indiana, but the state. There at Crane, Dr. Kyle Werner, also Dr. Angie Lewis, thank you very much for joining us. We will be following the story as you continue to get investment and add hundreds of jobs there. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.